When you've spent decades together, you've earned the right to demand a symbol of your commitment. A symbol that goes beyond words. A token of love, sacrifice, and enduring devotion. Something tangible, something that speaks louder than any declaration. Whether it's a ring, a necklace, or a brooch, these objects often carry far more than the weight of precious metals and gemstones. They tell the world of your bond, your shared history, and the unity that has been forged through time. But in the rarefied air of royalty, such symbols often come with heavy consequences. They are not mere ornaments, they are loaded with meaning, power, and sometimes, even scandal. One such symbol, now shimmering under the spotlight, is Queen Camilla's dazzling diamond ring. This breathtaking piece has kept Camilla firmly in the royal limelight. But it has also stirred emotions, ignited intrigue, and sparked whispers of a much larger drama. Could this ring be a mere symbol of love and unity between King Charles and Camilla? Or is it, as some royal watchers suggest, the final piece in a much larger game, one that could eventually bring the entire royal family to the brink of chaos? To understand the full weight of this controversy, we must revisit a significant moment in the royal calendar, the state visit of South Africa's President, Cyril Ramaphosa, to London. During this high-profile visit, Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, unveiled a new heirloom brooch. A brooch that is far more than just a piece of jewelry, it's a potent symbol of royal history, a tangible link between the past and the present, between Princess Diana and Queen Camilla. This seemingly innocent piece of jewelry became the focal point of a royal drama that no one could have predicted. The brooch, adorned with the Prince of Wales' feathers and set with diamonds and a Cashan emerald drop, was not just a nod to royal tradition, it was a statement of power, a visual reminder of the legacy of the Prince of Wales. Pinning it to her custom-designed plum-colored Amelia Wickstead coat dress, Catherine greeted President Ramaphosa at his hotel, knowing the weight that this heirloom carried. The brooch is no ordinary royal piece. Dating back to 1863, it was originally given to Princess Alexandra of Denmark by a group of ladies from Wales upon her marriage to Prince Albert Edward, the eldest son of Queen Victoria. At the time, this brooch symbolized the beginning of a royal legacy, a legacy that would later intertwine with the fates of Princess Diana, Camilla, and now, Catherine herself. But there's more. This brooch, with its rich history, carries with it a long-standing royal tradition. The Prince of Wales' feathers is a symbol typically worn by the incumbent prince and his spouse, the Princess of Wales. This deeply rooted tradition was honored by King Charles when he bestowed the title of Princess of Wales upon Catherine in September 2022, during one of his first official acts as monarch. But what most people don't realize is that this brooch hasn't always been worn by the same individuals. In fact, it wasn't seen in public again until 2006, when it appeared on the newly married Camilla Parker Bowles. This was a controversial moment in its own right. After her marriage to Prince Charles in 2005, Camilla chose to forego the title Princess of Wales, opting instead to use Duchess of Cornwall, a decision made out of respect for the late Princess Diana, who was once married to Charles. Despite this, Camilla began wearing royal pieces, including this brooch, thus bringing it into a new chapter in the royal family's saga. It didn't take long for royal watchers to take note of the symbolism behind Camilla's decision. Wearing a piece of jewelry once owned by Diana, especially in the midst of her controversial marriage to Charles, sparked intense debate. For many, it was a stark reminder of the painful history between Diana, Charles, and Camilla. The brooch, once worn by Diana herself, had now become a symbol of a new, perhaps uneasy, chapter in royal history. The piece, once worn by Princess Diana with grace and elegance, was now in the hands of Camilla, the woman many people had blamed for Diana's heartbreak. For some, the decision to wear it publicly was nothing short of an affront to the late princess. But for others, it was an indication of the shifting tides of royal power. Camilla, once seen as an outsider, had now firmly embedded herself in the royal family, taking her place at the side of the king. But the story doesn't end there. Fast forward to 2012, when Camilla wore the brooch again during a visit to the Cheltenham horse races. At this point, she was already firmly established as queen consort, having married Charles in a union that had once seemed impossible. But even as queen consort, she was still dogged by the shadow of Diana, and wearing the brooch again caused waves. The brooch had become an emblem of controversy, a piece of jewellery that connected the past with the present in a way that no one could ignore. Catherine's turn. When the brooch was passed on to Catherine, Princess of Wales, in 2022, it marked another chapter in this ongoing saga. Catherine, unlike Camilla, had a different relationship with Diana's legacy. The brooch, now worn by Catherine, was a delicate balancing act, a respectful tribute to the past, yet a nod to Catherine's own role in the royal family. This brooch is not the only piece of royal jewellery with such historical significance. At the same state banquet where Catherine debuted the brooch, she wore a stunning piece from the royal vaults, Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara. Paired with diamond earrings from Diana's personal collection, Catherine was making a statement. Each piece of jewellery she wore that evening was a link to the past, a reflection of the royal family's ongoing evolution. As the years have passed, Catherine has become more confident in her royal role. When she first joined the family, she wore modest jewellery, choosing pieces that were contemporary and understated. But as she has grown into her role as the Princess of Wales, she has started to wear more grand and historically significant pieces, each one carefully chosen for the occasion. These jewels, once worn by Queen Elizabeth, Princess Diana, and Queen Camilla, now belong to Catherine, who is carefully shaping her own legacy within the royal family. In September 2022, Catherine wore jewels loaned to her by Queen Elizabeth II at the state funeral of the late monarch. It was a fitting tribute, but it was also a reminder that Catherine is now one of the royal family's most important figures. As she continues to take on a larger role in the family, we can expect to see her wear more of these significant jewels, each one symbolizing the increasing responsibility she holds within the monarchy. Take, for example, Catherine's appearance at the Irish Guards' St. Patrick's Day celebration in London. There, Catherine looked radiant in a dark green Alexander McQueen coat paired with green amethyst and diamond earrings from Kiki McDonough. Her presence at the event was significant. This was her first major public appearance since cancer treatment kept her away the previous year. As she stood before the Irish Guards, it was clear that Catherine was no longer the newcomer she once was. She had grown into her role as the future Queen Consort. What does this mean for the future of the British royal family? Could these historic pieces of jewellery hold more than just sentimental value? Could they represent a shift in royal power, one that is not only about jewels but about legacy, tradition, and future roles? As Catherine continues to wear these significant pieces, whether they be the brooch passed from Diana, the Lover's Knot tiara, or the diamond earrings from the Queen's collection, she is telling the world something deeper. She's not just honouring the past, she's also preparing for the future. This dramatic passing of royal jewels symbolizes more than just an exchange of luxury, it's a passage of power. Could Catherine, as the Princess of Wales, be preparing herself to take on a much larger role within the monarchy? Is she subtly laying the groundwork for her own reign? Each piece of jewellery tells a story of power, legacy, and transformation. And as the royal family moves forward, these symbols will continue to play a crucial role in shaping the monarchy's future. The question remains, what will be the next chapter in this ongoing royal drama? Stay tuned. The royal game is far from over.